How in the world? How did we get to the point where this is $7? What?
You guys, I'm at Superstore and I haven't gone grocery shopping in a while. Like, I want to say a month, right? Food lasts us a long time. We're only a family of 3. But the prices are sending me in a literal coma. Let me show you the price of romaine lettuce just for three things of romaine lettuce. I'm sorry. What the heck? How are people like living? How are people able to survive? How is this okay? Okay, I'm like actually gonna cry. This is a joke, right? 2-pound bag of baby carrots. Like, look at this thing. It's the size of my hand. And for someone not living in British Columbia, Canada, just to give you a little price comparison, that romaine lettuce like a few months ago was like $4.99, and those baby carrots are like usually $1.99. So like, you do the math because I suck at it for inflation, okay? Now, I'm not ignorant to the prices. Like, I knew that the prices were high. It's just I haven't stepped foot in a grocery store in a while. So I didn't realize it was this bad. Like, this is honestly so disheartening.
So it's been a little while since I've been in the States. Take a look here, $4.79 for this little bag of chips. These are my absolute favorite, but 220 grams. It seems really expensive, especially in America, where junk food is normally very cheap.
Sugar, flour, bread. Those are basic food. Eggs. You can't buy eggs. Even lime. You could have get a 50-pence lime. Now it's £1. Everything is going up. Clothes and things, they're not going up because you don't need clothes, but you need food. Wages doesn't go up. In the COVID time, I put my life on the line to save other people. But yet still, I get no thanks, nothing. My wages doesn't go up. My children can't find food. You used to eat 3 times a day. Now you have to limit it to 1 time a day.
So I'm sitting outside of Woolies waiting for it to open, and I'm thinking about the cost of living crisis and inflation and the fact that my rent has gone up and so have all of my bills, and like I literally can't afford to live. And I have a full-time job on a salary, so I don't know how some people are doing it, but I thought I'd tell you some of the things that I've had to give up because of the cost of living increases. So the first thing I've had to give up is eating. I can't afford to buy any of the foods that I like. I can't buy fruit. I can't buy snacks. I can't buy myself a cheeky Red Bull. What's that about? My fiance and I had to bulk buy meat from a butcher and keep it in the freezer, and I don't even like eating meat. I don't enjoy eating meat, but that's what I'm eating, meat with rice and pasta. The second thing I've had to give up is buying clothes. I can't even afford to look at a clothing store. I've lost a lot of weight recently and none of my clothes fit me, but I have to wear the outfits I already have on rotation and I don't even like them, but that's what I have to do. The third thing I've given up is being a Swiftie. 1989 Taylor's version's coming out and I can't afford to buy any of the vinyls, which really is hurting my little vinyl collector heart. But Taylor, what are you doing? Sell them for $1. Like, it's expensive here in Australia. The fourth thing I've given up is being happy.
Part 2 of things that I have given up as the cost of living increases, particularly because I'm a broke student and I just did 1.5 years of unpaid placement. The first thing that I've given up is fresh fruit. So you won't really catch me buying fresh fruit unless it's like the occasional banana. Guys, it's just too expensive. I used to buy mixed berries, but they were more expensive than just the frozen strawberries. They're the cheapest berries that you can get from Aldi. So I just get a bag of those for 1 kilo and it lasts me such a long time. I used to be such a big fruit girly, which is so upsetting. The second thing that I've stopped doing is purchasing really crazy prints and colourful clothing. I know it's giving the Great Depression, but it's honestly just so much more versatile to switch out. I've bought less like risky clothing and just really safe options that I know that I'll feel comfortable with and wear, because I don't have the money to spend. The third thing that I've stopped doing is buying activewear. Since when did everyone look so good at the gym? And activewear is so expensive, and I just refuse to spend money on activewear. I just reuse the same things to the gym. I don't really understand why you have to have 20 outfits for the gym, so I will just rotate between the 3 and wash them in between my sessions. And yes, I look like I'm wearing the same thing every day. I don't, but again, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So right now, the place that I'm staying at is more closer to $4,000 a month. 2-bedroom apartments are going for $2,900. 1-bedroom apartments are going for $2,500 a month. This is in Toronto, Mississauga, Hamilton. You're seeing a huge trend and a huge shift in the increase in prices. 4 years ago, when we were homeless, when we were in the shelter for 9.5 months, we were struggling to find a place to live. It was me, my mom, and my younger sisters. I was a nursing student working 3 jobs, and then I became a nurse working 3 jobs as a nurse on top of that, and I still couldn't afford rent. I was making anywhere between $3,200 to $3,300, and taxes and everything aside, it wasn't even enough. Your rent should only be 30% of your income, which means I needed to be making $10,000 a month for my rent, which is $3,000, and the landlords to accept me with that. So good luck finding a place to accept you if you have 1, 2, 3 jobs. Anything less than $60K a year, they won't accept. You need closer to $150K a year to get.
So what's the point? Today is one of those days that it's really hard to even want to wake up. I can't afford anything. I can't do anything. I have no way to get ahead anymore. So what's the point in any of it? I'm not okay. So many of us are not okay. I was scrolling TikTok this morning and watching video after video after video of people struggling, people sharing how much they're struggling, that I realized how many of us are. And it's the anxiety that won't go away is fear. It's the fear that won't go away, and it's because we know we have nothing to look forward to. Our brains have logically done the math and came to a conclusion and put us right into survival mode, because that's all we're doing. I am a completely regular, average person. I make a good wage. I have a good job with good benefits. I have a spouse. We don't do crazy spending, gambling. We're normal. And I think that's what's scary. We went from being a family of 6 in a very nice townhouse and being able to take our children on trips to living with his parents in his old bedroom. And we're no different than anybody else. The last 3 years, we've all struggled with COVID and everything that came along with it. And we all spent too much money on comfort items to survive. Now we're drowning in debt. We're not even in survival mode anymore, a lot of us. We're in full-on fight or flight. And the flight takes hold a lot more than the fight does. We have the burden of the future and the past in our hands. And we know we can't do it. We don't have the energy. We don't have the money. We don't have the will. it is really, really important that everyone actually works together and changes something this time. Because once general population reaches fight or flight, like I'm stuck in right now, we don't stand a chance. We can barely take care of ourselves right now, and the burden of that has fallen upon our parents, who now cannot enjoy their retirements that they very much deserve because they worked so hard and planned for. We don't have the energy or the money to do things with our children, so they're just on their devices way more than they should be. And we carry around the guilt of that because we want to be doing things with them, but we can't. We really can't. And so we're just waiting. We're waiting for something because we have nothing left. I can't even go to Walmart without feeling full on rage anymore because of all the prices. And then it brings it all back. That fear, that anxiety. I'd have to get a $10 an hour raise to even be able to keep up. You look on your credit card bill and it's all the same stuff, and you know what? It's all our comfort items. All the same stores, over and over. Thrown in with random things to make ourselves feel better for a little bit. Like throw pillows and throw pillow covers and blankets and way too many clothes for our children. But what else are we going to do? We're not finding joy in anything anymore. And it's because we know we have nothing to look forward to. But we're still here, and we still have a chance. If we do something now, if we change something now, our parents have a chance at actually enjoying their retirement, and our children actually have a chance at a future. If we change now.
People keep asking me, why do you want to be rich so bad? Why do you want to make all this money? Like, what's going on? And my plan is that I'm going to save the housing market. I'm gonna fix the cost of living crisis. And this is exactly how. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy up a bunch of real estate. I'm gonna start in Vancouver because the cost of housing is insane here. I'm gonna buy up a bunch of buildings in Vancouver, and then I'm gonna make the rental units cost like $200 a month. And then I'm gonna buy up a bunch of houses, the mansions in Vancouver that are $20 million, and I'm gonna sell it for $500,000. And the whole economy will be fixed because of me.
There are people in Australia right now who will literally have to work 2 hours to be able to afford a pack of 8 razors. And this isn't just because the cost of everything is going up. This is pure corporate greed from the Woolworths Coles monopoly, because you can buy the same pack of razors online from the shaver shop for $10.
So get yourself down to Asda to be fucked royally up the arse. You are on fucking crack cocaine, 6 packs of fucking hula hoops. I'd rather take a piss in my old mouth and fuck me old mum than pay them prices. You cheeky fucking robbing cunt.
So, Rishi Sunak just been photographed coming out of Royal 21, which is in Disneyland, somewhere he went to eat. Now, the price of his meal did include 1 day of Disney Ground Pass or Disneyland Pass and also valet parking. But guess how much it cost? $15,000. 15 grand for his meal. Never mind his kids and his wife. Now, there are loads of people in the UK that can't afford a weekly shop. They're using food banks. And this geezer that nobody voted for is out living the high life after his wife has just got a windfall in BP shares that they announced just before the government said that they're going to start doing a little bit more drilling for oil and whatnot. I don't know all the ramifications in the insides out of it. But $15,000. Are we getting the absolute piss taken out of us or what? Some people can't fill the car up. Gas and electric prices have gone up like you wouldn't believe. What did the energy companies make? 8.6 billion in the first quarter. And this dude's living the high life, taking the piss. 15 grand. Now, I'm all for capitalism, and if you've made your money, you should be allowed to spend it. But it's like rubbing salt into the wound, isn't it? There are people in this country that are really struggling. And then there are some people that it hasn't affected in the slightest.
I just budgeted my paycheck that I get tomorrow, and I have $317 left over after my bills for 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to be a hermit.